So yet another single player game to add to the long list that has came and will be coming for the Star Wars games at the moment. Star Wars Outlaws is set to be coming out next year, and I'm here to explain why I will not be buying the game. Now this could change, but as it stands I will not be buying the game, and here's why. Now, a big problem for me that I want to briefly cover, as I know it's quite 50-50 in the community, but for me the extreme lack of multiplayer gameplay experience in the Star Wars genre at the moment since Battlefront 2 ended has been extremely minimal. I understand multiplayer isn't for everyone, hence why I wanted to mention it quickly before I go right into the details of the game. But not one multiplayer gameplay experience that we've had for Star Wars, and again, it's going to apply here. A campaign with a mix of online, a bit like GTA for Star Wars, could be a fantastic idea, being based around bounty hunting or the guild that we've seen from like The Mandalorian, and have you build your own character, do challenges, and then mix the story as well as online experience would be a great idea for Star Wars. That's just my opinion though, and I would definitely like at least a multiplayer experience soon for Star Wars, but again, I understand it's 50-50, so please let me know what you think of that in the comments. So another point to make is this does feel very rinse and repeat. A thug smuggler with a companion, a thug with a droid companion. I mean, we've seen all three of those before. We've seen it actually more than 3 times in the shows and in games. A main character with a cute pet, we've seen that before. And look, I understand it's Disney and this is what they do and how they market to earn money. This is just what they do. This is the things and how they operate, and it's not a big deal. I don't mind it. It's just very repetitive, and it's also set in the same timeline as the previous 2 Fallen Order games and the comparisons that I've made with Han Solo and Chewie, Lando and his droid, Andor and K2SO. It's the same in the same era with the same idea, and it's the same here. The girl with the droid, it's the same. So the lack of creativity from that standpoint to go into another era, or if you can't think of something else, just use one of the characters we've already got and let us get to know more about those characters. I mean, even the clothing on her outfit just looks the same essentially as Han from the Solo movie near enough. So from that point, I just feel like there was more creativity here, and if they couldn't come up with something like that, just use one of the characters we already had. Like a game after the Andor series would have been cool, or a game during that time with Solo and Chewie would have been cool. I get that people like new characters, but it's just so repetitive, it feels the same. Give us something different. From what I've seen of the gameplay, it doesn't look horrible at all. In fact, the graphics look great, and there will be a story for us fans to follow. But it looks very linear and similar to the Fallen Order series that we had, where it's going to be puzzles and interactions mixed with story and missions to eventually get to the end goal of the story or the plot of the game. What's the replayability going to be like? As a smuggler, can we go work for the guild and earn exclusive rewards and Easter eggs to run around with, etc, etc. So it's something that's going to be very important for me when it comes to Star Wars Outlaws. The only replayability and customization I see here for the game is it's going to look like something like Fallen Order, where you can customize the ship a bit with some commando droids here, where you can customize that, customize our ship, customize the weapons, you know, little bits where you can kind of change things as you like, the similar way in Fallen Order. So you could change his ship, you can change her ship, you can change his companion, you can change her companion, and you know, it's another reason for me why I won't be paying a full price for a game which is £70, which should only really be about £50. So yeah, another reason why I don't feel like I will be buying the game. I might get it later when it eventually does fall on sale, sure, because any new Star Wars game is nice, but of course. But for the points I made previously, it doesn't sound all that too different to what we've got or seen already within the franchise. Now, I do want to reiterate by saying, look, this game won't be bad. It won't be awful. Well, hopefully anyway, for the guys that do decide to pre-order this, and I will make a separate video once we have more details in the game explaining if you should pre-order, what you get, and what version you should get. But for me, at launch, I will not be buying this game for the points that I just made. I just feel for that full price, for the story and the characters that they've chosen, in the timeline that we've been given in this game, it's pretty similar to everything we've already got. So there isn't really a new story here, which is why I felt that, like, if you're gonna do this sort of story and you can't come up with like an original idea, just use one of the characters that we already have in the lore. Straight after the Andor series, we could have had a game for him. straight after Mandalorian or Boba Fett, you could have put a game for them like they had years ago for the Jango Fett game. Now, I'm not saying new characters are bad. I'm just saying the story is quite unoriginal, for me anyway, and how it looks. It could be completely different, but from what I've seen, it looks very similar and very unoriginal for what we already have. So I'd really like to understand and get your guys' feedback on if you feel the same way, or if maybe that's just me looking at it at like a linear kind of tunnel visioned way that, oh, it's just the same, but maybe it's not, So please let me know in the comments, and we can definitely get chatting. But I won't be buying this game at launch currently until we get some more details, but I will do a pre-order video. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you if you stuck around to the end of the video. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. I will be making more content in the run-up to Star Wars Outlaws. However, I won't be buying the game straight away. But anyway, enough from me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.